Today we'll be learning about Unbestimmter Artikel and Bestimmter Artikel and when to use which. I have got a couple of sentences over here for you as an example, and you can see that I have either used the Unbestimmter Artikel or the Bestimmter Artikel. So when to know which one is to be used in the particular sentence. So whenever we are introducing a new person or we are talking about a new thing, we always use unbestimmter Artikel. So unbestimmter Artikel is once again eine, oder ein. This is unbestimmter Artikel and you always use it when you are talking about a neue Person or neue Sache. So if you are introducing new person or new thing, then you would always use unbestimmter Artikel. And bestimmter Artikel is exactly the opposite, and that's the bestimmter Artikel is once again it's die, der, das, and you use it if the person or the Sache or the thing is already bekannt. So für bekannte Sachen oder Personen. So if they have been introduced in the previous sentences, then you will be using bestimmter Artikel. The first sentence is meine Schwester hat ein Kind, John. Here you can see that the child is being introduced in the sentence. That's why we use unbestimmter Artikel ein. In the next one, since we have already gotten to know about the child, we use bestimmter Artikel das Kind because we have already known about it, about the child in the first sentence. Das Kind meiner Schwester hat, and then we are saying ein Hund because the dog is now being introduced. That's why ein Hund. Der Hund heißt Benny because we already know about the dog. So whenever it's a new person or new thing, you use unbestimmter Artikel. But if you're talking about some person or a thing which is already known to the reader, then you use the bestimmter Artikel. Another difference is that if you want any specific thing, then you always use the bestimmter Artikel. So gib mir bitte die Gabel. In this sentence, you want that specific fork and not any other fork. Then you will be saying bitte, gib mir bitte die Gabel. But if you have gib mir bitte eine Gabel, it can be any fork, it can be any utensil, so it's not specific. Whenever you are talking about a specific one, then you have to use bestimmter Artikel. If it does not matter which one, then you use the unbestimmter Artikel. Another there are also a couple of other things when you always use bestimmter Artikel. So that would be when you're talking about famous buildings such as the Eiffelturm. You will use the bestimmter Artikel. You will say der Eiffelturm. You will not say ein Eiffelturm or der Taj Mahal. If you're talking about the names of the institutes, then you will also be using the bestimmter Artikel, das Finanzamt, die Botschaft. Talking about the person or the Persönlichkeiten, der Präsident, die Queen. And also if you're talking about some occasion which happened in the past, then you will be using the bestimmter Artikel, die Weltkrieg, die deutsche Wiedervereinigung. And if you're talking about geographic things which are very, very specific, even then you will be using bestimmter Artikel. For example, the longest river on the earth is der Nils, that's why der, und der Indische Ozean.